morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time you decided to get this workout in today. I'm proud of you for pushing play. So thank you for being with me. Today is core day. We're going to do some intense ab workout today. And I'm going to use 2-pound weights. So I've got these little 2-pounders. If you guys have any little light weights or water bottles, anything like that will help today. Or you absolutely could do it without any extra resistance. So today will be mostly on the mat. We're going to hammer through about 20 great solid minutes of core work. And you may be feeling it a little bit up here tomorrow. But it's in a good way, in a very good way. Okay, girls, let's go ahead and start sitting down. I'm going to sit with those legs crossed. Let your shoulders roll down and back. Think about that length of the crown reaching up to the ceiling. You don't need your hand weights to start off with. And just take a couple seconds, hands on those knees, letting those shoulders start to pull downward gently and back. So slide them down so they start to connect towards those hip bones. Your shoulder blades just rest on the top of your rib cage. They're just connected by muscles. And we're going to pull them gently down. Excellent. Let's do just one more. Slightly roll them back and pull them gently down. And then from here, let's go ahead and take our right ear to our right shoulder. Got my eyes closed. And then come back to center without elevating either shoulder. So this is just a little awareness technique. Bring that left ear to left shoulder. Does that right one want to come? I know. Tell it not to. Tell it to stay home. Tell that little piggy to stay home like the rest of us are. Bring it back to center. Let's go over to the right. Again, press that left one down. I'm really focusing on drawing my left elbow closer to my thigh. And then back to center and right one down. Ooh, there's a difference between my right and left. And then bring it back to center. And then from here, we're going to tuck that chin down. So shoulders roll down and back. That chin rolls down. And then raise the eyes up. And final one, tuck that chin down. And this time, we're just going to start to lean back into our sit bones. And let your knees kind of elevate and start to fall inward. And feel this rounding of the spine. As the hips scoop back, that pelvic floor lifts and you feel this rounding. Good, now press the knees down, allow that to open the chest and come forward. And again, circle inward, so fold your little half circle inward, let the shoulders stay down and back, and then raise the chest up, lifting through. Let's do one more like that. Half roll back, that's what we call these, and then bringing it back up, lifting that chest through. Perfect. All right, just wanted to mobilize the spine a little bit. We are going to go pretty much straight into using the hand weights, so grab those. We're going to bring one into each hand and go ahead and lift your arms up overhead. So we feel that nice stretch. Maybe rock the neck out just a little bit. Feel those fingertips are reaching away from you and those toes reaching. So you're on this stretch bar, reaching away from the hips, growing longer in the waist there, and tucking that chin down. Awesome. Okay, now keeping your arms planted where they are, I want you to just feel your hips on the back of the mat. So feel the pressure points, what's connecting with the mat. And we're going to take our left toe, reach it just a little bit further away from us, and then just lift that left leg slightly up off the floor without your right hip folding forward. So you're going to really try to keep that right hip straight up to the air rather than rotating forward. And then we're going to lower back down. So left leg lifts. Left leg lowers. Tiny little moves here. Feel that left glute engage behind you. 3 more. I'm also working to try to keep my rib cage connected here so it's not arching up off the mat. Good. All right, let's go over to the right leg. So right leg just lifts and lowers. This tells us what's going on here in that rotation of the pelvis. Hopefully it's not rotating too much. 4 more. 3. You may feel your opposite leg pressing down into the floor, and that's just kind of helping you accessorize. Try not to, but I get it. Last one. All right, now we come back to the left leg, and we're going to add the right arm. So it's kind of a on your back swimmer. Shh. That's it. Start to feel that left glute engaging, feeling the rib cage knitting down and the whole torso stays squared off to the ceiling. We got 5. Not real big range of motion here. 3. That's it, last 2. And 1. Go back to the other side. So we go right leg, left arm. Remember, we're not going very high. I want you to be at an angle, reaching away from your body rather than straight up at 90 degrees to the ceiling. Why? Because you'll feel it a lot more here than you will there. Shh. You know me. 5 more. And 4 more. Excellent. We got 3. 2. And final 1. And lower back down. Fantastic. From here, bring those knees up. We're going to scoop that spine. So remember, tipping the pelvis back into the imprint. Bring your knees into tabletop position. From here, we're going to bring our arms straight up in the air, and you're going to get really talented here because you're going to take your hand weights into just one hand. So I've got them in my right hand. My left hand is here. I'm working to keep my torso squared off to the mat, shoulders also, and I open my arms out into this T. What? And then bring them back up. What just happened? Did you want to roll over here? I did. So knees again, back up to the ceiling. Let's try that one more time. Open it out to the side. Soft elbow bend will help you. And then bring it back to the center. Left side. And by the way, if that feels like you're just not going to win that battle, how about you try 1 hand weight rather than 2? Yeah. I'm going to try 2 just because I need to. Whew. Alternating, trying to keep that torso squared off. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to just do 1 because that's too hard on my left side. Yeah. See, we don't have to overachieve here. Let's go 4 more. Keep that left hip and right hip anchored down. 3. Can you feel the little struggle? The struggle is real, right? And final 1. Excellent. All right, from here we're going to put the hand weights down and we're going to roll up, but we're going to make an elbow kickstand here. So my shoulder and elbow are in alignment on both sides. And then from here I'm going to lift my chest up and then practice letting myself just sag right down there in between my shoulder blades. And then we're going to lift my chest up and then sag right down in between my shoulder blades. This is a good exercise in itself. Lift and then sag down. Shoulder mobility here. Now see if you can keep that sternum lifted up, the shoulders drawing down, and the pelvis tipping back. Palms can go straight down to the floor. We're going to bring our right knee into tabletop and our left knee into tabletop. If you're having a hard time with this, walk your arms a little bit wider so that the shoulders aren't so tightly into you. And you can even bring your hands out to the side, and hopefully that'll help. Try to avoid this. We're really working on this. Good. Now we're scooping that pelvis back, and I'm going to roll my hips over to the right side, come back to center, and then roll over to the left side and come back to center. That's it. Really scooping, connecting right here, ribs to hips. Excellent. And then from here, if you want to take it up a notch, you can straighten the legs, roll over, trying to keep that belly from popping up. Good. Chest is lifted, toes are stretching up to the ceiling, pelvis is tipped back. Feel that deep, deep connection there. We got 3, and 2, and final 1. Bringing it back to the center. Let's bring those knees back into tabletop, and we slide back down. How graceful did that look? Okay, for you. I know mine wasn't. Okay, we're going to bring those arms up overhead. Fingertips are reaching to the ceiling. We're in our imprinted spine, and our hands and shoulders are staying really active here. So lifting those palms up. So let's go. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, come on up to your nice Pilates curl, and then bring it back down. This is our roll up. Nice. We got 6. Shh. And 5. 4 more. Excellent. Last two. And final one, we're going to hold it here. Stay up in that curl and then post your sternum towards your knees. With those hand weights right there at your side, keeping those shoulders down and back. Don't let those shoulders get up by your ears. Come a little bit deeper. Remember, every time it's the rib cage rolling off the mat. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring it back down. You can even pull those knees into your chest for a little hug here if you want. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do overhead stretch. So in this one, our palms are going to go out to the side to start off with. Then we're going to bring our elbows up by or bend your hands, bend your elbows, so your hands are up by your ears. And then you're going to stretch those arms out and circle them around. And then you can come back down, hands by your chest to come back up again. So chin on, come on up. Reach those arms out at a diagonal, keeping those shoulders down, and then stir your hands to your hips and lay back down. Let's go 3 more like this. Chin nod. We used to say, pretend you're taking off a top hat. Then somebody said to me, when was the last time you wore a top hat? And I really didn't have a good rebuttal for that, so, use that as you will. I don't think I've ever worn a top hat. One more, reaching it up and pull those hands away and bring it back down. There's just lots of weird Pilates metaphors. I've never squeezed orange juice between my butt cheeks either, but that's another Pilates metaphor. I'm trying to keep you guys entertained. Okay, so now we're going to take this up a notch. We're going to add our legs. I know you were dying for that one. So here we go. We start with those hands here, and then we stretch those hands and legs out, half circle around, come up into a deeper curl, and then bring it back. So it's chin nod, come up, stretch those arms, biceps, and bring it around and back in. Let's go 4 more. Chin nod, arms and legs stretch out, biceps by your ears, curl high, bring it back in. And 2 more. Shh. Curl. And final one, chin nod, exhale, bring it up. Shh. Curl it around and draw it back in. Oh, nice job. I know you guys are still thinking about the orange juice between the butt cheeks. I'll explain that one later. Tim, gotta keep you in suspense. Okay, so our toes are going straight up to the ceiling. I've separated my feet just a little bit. My right arm is at a diagonal. Now, if your knees look like this, that's perfectly fine. Not everybody has a lot of great length in those hamstrings, which is perfectly fine. So if your straight legs look like this, gotcha. Stay there. So we're going to go across towards the opposite hip. So my right arm goes across towards my opposite hip. That's it. Trying to keep the hip bone anchored down. We've got 4 and 3. By the way, you could also come in at tabletop here. 2. And on our final one, we're going to stay here and start to circle around. So my hand comes now to my shoulder and stirs around and comes back down. So it's up, around, and down. And it's up, around, and down. Let's go for 3. Shh. Oh yeah. Last 2. Up, around, and down. And final one. Up, around, and down. Whew. Left side. So left arm goes up overhead. Right shoulder stays anchored down. I'm just playing with different leg positions, so you guys get to choose what you like. And we cross over here. If you had a Pilates ring or a ball, you could even squeeze that in between your ankles and get a little adductor, adductor work. Playground ball would work too if you had one of those. Big old stability ball would really work too. That would be great. Final one, holding it here. We take this arm up and around, curl back down. That's it, up and around and curl back down. We go for 4, keep that right hip anchored down. Excellent. 3, and 2, and final one, take it up, curl it around, and bring it back down. Nice. Okay, so the squeezing the orange between your glutes. Yes, one of my master trainers taught us that to help activate the pelvic floor. So she said, pretend you're making organic orange juice, that you're squeezing an orange between your sit bones and making organic orange juice. I know, some of these things just don't make sense, but they're entertaining. Okay, so now we're going to bring the knees back up into tabletop. Our hands, we're holding them like beer mugs. Come on up to that curl, set the rib cage, tuck the chin, and we're going to go out wide and then bring it back in. Out wide, bring it back in. That's it. Once again, working out of that rib cage, sliding the ribs to the hips. Good. And now if you're feeling good about this and you want to take this up a notch, extend those legs out, and then your arms open and your legs open. And that was thunder, you guys. We go 6 and 5. We're making snow angels, not thunder angels. 4 and 3. 2 more. Final 1. And I always like to show control. Bring it back in. Woo! Excellent job. From here, arms and legs are going to go straight up. And remember what I told you, if your legs look like this, perfectly fine. And we're going to tuck the chin, come on up to a curl, and start to stir those arms in little circles. And every time we come around, we're raising that rib cage off the floor just a little bit more. So that you're not reaching with your neck or your shoulders. You're reaching by lifting that rib cage off. Now reverse, go back the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring it back down. Bring those knees back in. Arms are going to go out to the side just for a little stretch here. Go head to each side. Bringing the knees back into tabletop. We're going to bend our elbows slightly and extend your left arm up. We're going to wrap that right knee and then come back down as you switch legs. Wrap the right knee, come on down. Let's go 8 and 7. Good. Hold the curl if you like. You can stay down on the floor too on this if you need to, if that neck's getting tired. 2 and 1. And we hold here. Switch sides, and now we're up with our left knee. And we go up and down. Or we hold the curl. Or we keep the head down the whole time if we need to. So whatever is best for your neck and for your good posture here. 3, and 2, and final 1. Whew. Bring it back in and return back down to the floor. We're almost there, guys. Good job. Okay, we're going to do just 2 more moves. So our legs and arms are back up in the air. This one we just did with small arm circles, but now we're going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to challenge you. So our arms and legs are both going to stir, and we're going to raise the chest up. So both stir, and you start to try to get those ribs up off the mat. Your legs are going to go away from you. Yeah, I know. Teaser. I'm giving you something to work for. 4, 3. That's okay if it just looks like this today. I'm going to do 2 more. And last one. Yay! Okay, and our final move, we're going to do scissors. I had to roll down with control. And scissors, we're going to take one leg down, up into the curl. We click those weights behind, and then lay back down again. That's it. Raise it up. We got 5, 4, oh yeah, 3, wish I hadn't counted so high, 2, last one, hold here, switch sides, and now we switch and bring it in with the left, and I'm going to hold this curl the whole time. Reach those toes, really stretch them in opposition. This is how it should look. 3, nice, 2, and final 1. Whew. Bring those knees back in, wrap it up. Oh, yeah. Those little 2-pounders add a lot to this workout. Let's do a little rotational stretching here. So I'm going to let my knees go over to my right side, or my other right side, my left side, and I'm going to look to my right side. Hands are stretching out on the mat. Coming back through center. Go over the other direction. Feeling this rotation. Oh, it feels fantastic. Good, bring it back to center. Another thing that really feels nice on the abs is to plant those heels down, and we'll go up into a shoulder bridge. Try not to arch the back. We're still just feeling the length here of that rib cage. Stretching those knees out. Good, and then just to get a little stretch from those arms, we'll stay in the shoulder bridge and bring your right arm over towards your left. See how far you can reach without rolling off that whole side of your body, whole right side of your body, and then slide back and we go to the other side. And if you want to lower your hips for this, you certainly can. But if you want to maximize it, you can do both. Yes, last one. And then if your hips are still up, go ahead and lower them. Pull those knees into your chest. Can we tuck the nose? Roll up like a ball. Yes. Come back where we started in that cross-legged position. Shoulders down and back. One ear to right shoulder. Come back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Chin to the chest, roll it through. Taking a deep breath in, raise those eyes, crown of the head reaches to the ceiling, and finish off with that deep breath in and out. And one more breath of gratitude, thankfulness for their health, for our safety, for our bodies, for that connection. Thank you. Great job, you guys.